my sister, they came on and invested $2.3 million American dollars in the property. What did they do? They rebuilt the whole area according to RNQ, including a pantry and a place for people to at least eat food, like a dining hall. And then also they brought in machines and more qualified paint manufacturers from Philippines to come and help with the production of the paint. This was 2019. And what was the agreement? This man here called Dr. Stephen Adom was made the CEO. But that was where the problem started. According to Richard Amakwe, this man here called Dr. Stephen Adom, honorary doctor, my brother, my sister, did not have the skills to run the business. He ran the business down and he personalized everything. He didn't concentrate on the paint making. He wanted to also do Burger King. He didn't know that Stephen Adom did not know that RNQ was the man who had the franchise in Burger King. So he ran to Burger King trying to do business. And there he was told that, you know that this is owned by the man who is doing business with you at Agartex. He is also into pharmaceuticals and even road construction, according to Richard Amakwe. And he's also politically active, a very staunch member of the NPP. And we are giving you all these facts. Come here! Dash! My brother, my sister, now listen to this attentively. According to RNQ, the freshest rich man right here in Ghana, they realized that Stephen Adom did not have the requisite knowledge and skills to run the business. He had poor managerial skills. Therefore, they had to replace him after discussing with him the need to let the company grow after investing over $2 million American dollars into this. My brother, my sister, he took it kindly. They invited a new manager in, and he came in and started running the business. But almost every day, every week, every minute, every second, Stephen Adom will come and bring personal problems. My son is ill. I need money. You need to give me money. My car tire is best. You need to give me money. I need petrol for my car. I need this and I need this. The company got fed up and decided that no, they couldn't continue doing business with Stephen Adom like this. But he also got frustrated because he had worked as the CEO for some time and there was no money coming into the business. He still expected to be paid because he worked. And RNQ said, no money was coming into the business. How can you be paid? And that was one of the biggest controversies they had in there. The matter went to court. And I have so many documents here, my brother, my sister, a lot of documents. I've not been able to go through everything. It's a whole bunch. Maybe I need to catch it. I need to catch the documents. You know, huge documents here, my brother, my sister. Watch this. All this, my brother, my sister, from Richard Amakwe. I need to digest all this. I had this from last week. I've been reading and reading and reading and employing lawyers to explain a lot of things to me. They went to court and Richard Amakwe won. And when he won, Stephen Adom didn't take it kindly. He doesn't want to be called a criminal because one of the crimes that he has been slapped with, one of the sins is that he actually went behind the company and withdrew money from a Fidelity bank account, which he denies strongly. My brother, my sister, the war is still raging on. Legally, the battle has been won for Richard Amakwe, but Stephen Adom is still fighting. The matter has gone all the way to arbitration. Over and over the arbitrators, two of them have given up because in each case, Stephen Adom comes back to say somebody has been compromised, including his hometown chiefs, who were trying to sit on the issue and sort it out. But according to Richard Ni Amakwe, he left the chiefs claiming that they had been compromised and they are taking bribes from Richard Ni Amakwe. According to the same RNQ, Stephen Adom has changed about 5 lawyers in this case. Each time he says the lawyer has been compromised. Where is this story going? In fact, I decided to meet the two parties. First separately, I met with Stephen Adom first, and then I went to meet with RNQ. And he told me, Blakk Rasta, you are the only journalist in the world who has shown interest in this Agatex war thing. Nobody has approached us for any interview except you. In fact, in his own words, you are the only sensible journalist in Ghana. I didn't say that. And it's on tape. My brother, my sister, are we interested in going to the gallery with the news without going to get the opinion and the side of the other side? Who is right and who is wrong? Well, the courts have ruled already that it is RNQ. But Stephen Adom still has 15% shares in it, and his wife has 10%. In all, that's 25%. And then RNQ and his business has 75%. My brother, my sister, our prayer is that there will be peace and there will be understanding. We tried that. We brought Dr. Stephen Adom on one side, and then the RNQ business on the other side, and we had an over 2-hour discussion on tape. Tensions flew high, left, right, and center. But at the end of the day, I think we succeeded in dousing some amount of the fires as we continue with the story. Stephen Adom's problem is that he doesn't want his name to be associated with anything criminal. And now the courts have ruled that he's a criminal because there were some checks that he went to cash without permission and forged some signatures. Or he went for them without permission. And he's been convicted on that. The courts made him pay some amount of money and even returned the money that he had gone for. He gave a number of explanations. He said he only did that out of convenience and much more. But he says he wants to leave Agatex only if his name will be cleared. Come here! If only his name will be cleared, he will leave Agatex for RNQ. RNQ also says he's losing interest in Agatex. If he can get all the money that is invested, he's ready to leave it. So it looks like Agatex soon is going to be an orphan. RNQ says he wants his money back and he leaves it. This other man here says he doesn't want it anymore for reasons obvious. My brother, my sister, this is the Blakk Pot, aka which will show them up. And from the bowels of the law, I still have so many documents to read as if I was doing my PhD. My brother, my sister, it's all the hazards of the job. We'll continue following up this and we'll bring you more in this Agatex war. In the interim, this is just part 1. When we return, we got more. Hey! Hawaii! Wayo!
Blackpot, Coco Show, man. Blackpot, Coco Show, man.
It's the Black Pot, aka Kukushonomo. And here we speak truth to power. We'll do all the investigations and bring you nothing but proper news. My brother, my sister, what we call organic news. Remember, we are sponsored by Tap Tap Send. And it's very simple. You tap and then you send. Hey, do you live in the UK? Or are you in the US of A? Maybe you are in the UAE or some other country like that. And you need to send money to your relatives, family, and friends. Oh, do you have friends in these countries that I've mentioned and even more? United States of America, United Kingdom, UAE, Canada. Oh my God. It's very simple. You tap, and you send. Very authentic. And the speed is geometrical. The Rasta man would say it come like a bullet from water gun. Booyaka! You see the speed of the bullet? You see the speed of lightning? That is how you get your remittances from tap, send. Another good thing is that no sending charges are charged or levied. When you send, no money is charged you. So you just tap and you send. You don't need to go to any office or any building to do whatever. No. Whilst others are busily charging, you have to go to a building to do this. Some monies have been sent and people have not received. With tap, send, you only tap and send. And it is here. Try it now. Now, do me a favor. When you download the app and you are sending, make sure you add the short code Blakk RASTA. BLAKKRASTA. One word. And why would you do that? It will give you a special bonus. Big bonus. Very soon, we're going to be announcing some of these things up and down, and then you will see how juicy your bonuses are. And even when you send, there's an immediate bonus that you get. My brother, my sister, it's all about tap, send. America, the United Kingdom, UAE, Canada, and more. It's your chance, right? Are you living in Ethiopia? You can also do tap, send, right? You know that, right? In which way? My name is Blakk RASTA, and it is the Black Pot. Next story. Watch this story. Watch it. Stray cows to be used for pepper soup for Kumasi prisoners. It looks like very soon a lot of poor people in Ghana are going to be thronging to the prisons, waiting for the remnants of the pepper soup to be served them. A lot of people would gather in front of the prisons in Kumasi, waiting for prisoners to finish eating so they can eat the remnants of the pepper soup. What is pepper soup? Soup that is made with a lot of pepper. In Ghana, we say pepper. My brother, my sister, locally we call it nkrakra. When people are sick, they like to drink nkrakra. In Jamaica, they say fish tea. They call it fish tea. The equivalent of pepper soup in Jamaica is fish tea. In Ghana, we call it nkrakra. In fact, locally, but when we put an academic gown on it, though colloquially, we call it pepper soup. So nkrakra with a suit is pepper soup. Nkrakra asro kakran or dan pepper soup. My brother, my sister, there is a mayor in Kumasi who is trying to bring something that will fight the protein deficiency in the prisons. Jesus. Ha! Look at the Sakura-headed, bespectacled, bearded mayor of Kumasi. Ha! He is causing a tsunami in the capital of the Ashanti region. And it looks like Otumfuo will soon start applauding this guy. But let's see exactly what he's doing. Watch it. Hey! We will slaughter your stray cows, cattle, to feed prisoners. Kumasi mayor warns residents. And when you go to Ghana Web, it says, we shall use your stray cows for Peppersoup for prisoners. But this is from my Joy Online. He says, any stray cattle found in the capital of the Ashanti region will end up on the plate of prisoners. Kumasi Mayor Richard Oforia Jimambwedu has declared. He has declared. Mr. Bwedu has taken this tough stance of zero tolerance for wandering animals, as Ghana's second largest city seems to have been overtaken by livestock expected to be in confinement. The drastic measure aims to curb the growing menace of roaming animals, disrupting traffic, damaging crops, and endangering lives. There is another thing I will want you to help me look at. If you have cattle, and if they stray in the vicinity of the KMA, that's Kumasi Metropolitan Authority, be assured that from May 1, they will be killed and given to Kumasi Central Prison for food. Especially the route from airport through to Manshia Palace, they want. I cannot sit for visitors to come to Kumasi and from the airport to Manshia and all they see is fecal matter from cattle. You know what fecal matter is, right? Now, the 40-day ultimatum by city authorities, while controversial, highlights the desperation to solve a problem that has persisted despite repeated fines and impoundments. 2024 statistics released by the National Road Safety Authority revealed over 10,000 crashes, accounting for nearly 2,000 deaths nationwide. In the Ashanti region, the Kumasi Metropolitan Assembly reported over 120 collisions in Kumasi last year, highlighting the high public safety risk of stray animals. Furthermore, the Ministry of Food and Agriculture estimates that farmers lose $2 million American dollars annually to crop destruction by unattended livestock. That's shit away. I know so many people are waiting to hear what Blakk RASTA has to say about this. I don't eat meat. I don't drink ice water. I don't eat white bread. But that's me. There are people who claim they are never happy until their parties are serenaded with animal flesh and carcasses. There are some people who long ago finished drinking their mother's milk, and now they are drinking the milk that is meant for the calf. They drink it me and they laugh, ha 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 ha, that they are the bourgeoisie. They can't drink their tea without the milk that is meant for the calf. Now they have even graduated. They are drinking goat milk. Some are drinking camel milk. Soon they will drink donkey milk. I believe they will drink pig's milk too. Some even drink their wife's milk. Human beings are never simplistic. We are so complex. That's why we have diseases that have no names in the medical dictionary. My brother, the mayor, in his mind, is trying to solve the protein deficiency among prisoners who are fed with 1 CD 20 pesos a day in Ghana. How much is pure water? Our prisoners are fed with 1 CD 20 pesos. Of course, we understand that because there are many, when you bring all this together, at least it reduces some level of cost because of plurality, right? Can I go deeper? My brother, the mayor, instead of killing the innocent animals that have nothing to do with straying, why don't you look for the owners and deal with them? It's against animal rights for you to catch animals that are supposed to be kept at home. That's why we call them domesticated animals. Now, if the owners of these animals become so irresponsible and let the animals stray, then you come out with your gun and shoot and kill them. You and the man who let out the animals, who is a bigger idiot. You kill animals because their owners decided to leave them out. It's like in those days, slavery, when a slave escaped and wandered around. My brother, my sister, the slave owners will beg that don't kill this slave. If you kill the slave, you will hurt me, my property. They are like goats and sheep to us. And any time a slave was killed for the threat of life and whatever, straying, these people were so sad and angry. But they could kill their own slaves and nobody would say anything. We'll get deeper into the Lynch syndrome and even more. But for now, my brother, you know what the mayor should have done? Do you know how many farms we have that have been abandoned in the Ashanti region? Cows, are they only good for eating? Do we know how much work these cows can do? Do we know that we can make incense out of the cow dung that you claim is fecal matter and therefore is disturbing the road from airport to Manshia? That is the only important road in Kumasi. Jesus. Hey! You can make incense out of the fecal matter of the cows. My brother, my sister, the cow is so much of a utility player. On the farms, the cow can do a lot. And sometimes when you even want to weed out a farm, unleash the animals on the farm, they will graze. And when you go onto the farm, it becomes easier for you. But in our mind, when we see the cow is meant for one thing, kill it and eat it. So barbaric. So the man here says, for the sins of the owners of the cows, they will shoot and kill every cow and they will go and feed prisoners with that. And that way, the people there would stop throwing out their animals on the street. And my suggestion is that, could we just have these animals and unleash them onto the state farms that I suggested? And I spoke to President Mahama about it personally. Can we bring back the state farms? Put these animals on the state farms. Distribute the animals to different farmers across Ghana to use for their work. But you want to see blood. So every time you are interested in killing, why do you kill? Because of the sins of the irresponsible owner. Think about it. The mayor may not have thought this far. That is why we are not harsh on him. Because he lives in a country where meat is luxury. So, prisoners eating this meat is good. But he's forgotten that shooting animals, the trauma with which the animals die, they release a certain enzyme called the bile. And when the bile is injected into their bodies, because of the trauma they go through, they poison anybody who eats this meat. Do they know? What are the Agric people telling these guys who are non-scientific? They are all about violence. Shoot and kill. No common sense. When you hold a gun even one warning shot, bah! You traumatize animals and even humans. When you start shooting the animals, you know what happens? You know what happens? They release the bile. Take me a photo of the bile. B-I-L-E. Bile is an enzyme and is the animal's revenge for its death. Anybody who eats that meat, he is poisoned. It blocks your blood veins and pushes you to have blood pressure. You will get blood pressure. You get diabetes. You get stroke because you have eaten bile-infested beef. Like some terrorists. Any animal we see on the street, we will kill them and take prisoners with it. And he thinks that he's made the most sensible remark in the world. We animal activists, in fact, we take a strong exception to that. The animals have done nothing wrong. Please, they didn't ask you to bring them here. You brought them here and then domesticated them, and then you are now killing them because of some irresponsible owners. To God be the glory. Richard, you killing these animals will not bring any peace. It is not. You will go down in history as the most reckless mayor, the most non-scientific mayor, and when the prisoners start to die one after the other, people will come for you because you are going to be feeding them with poison. And I pray that the Agric people would explain this to this brother. Soon, this guy is going to ask police and soldier or area boys to go out there and shoot. And foot soldiers of his party would also enjoy the whole mayhem. They will take laws into their own hands and steal people's animals. And when there's so much confusion, as somebody will say, confusion, the same people will call for a state of emergency. Dash him away. You couldn't find the Bible? The Dagombes call it bunsom. Bunsom is green. Some liquid like that. When the animal is traumatized, so scared to death, is about to die, that is its revenge. It injects it into the meat. That is why Islam says when we are slaughtering them, don't let them see the knife. Sharpen the tin before you realize you give them water to drink as if you love them. Then, but where commercial slaughtering of animals happens, you take them into a certain butcher house and then there's a sharp knife and all of them are being pushed there. They are going, moo, and they are going, moo, moo. They is cutting their head one after the other. They are all going to be traumatized. We will eat poison. That's the bile. It's a greenish, yellowish, digestive juice. And that is where it is. It aids in the digestion and absorption of fat in the intestinal tract and is stored in the gallbladder. Is produced inside the liver. This thing is injected into the meat and you are in trouble. It's the black pot, aka Kukushonomo, where we speak truth to power and we return. We have one more story and we are done for the day. Hey! Wait! Whoa!
Blackpot. Coco show man.
Pot, aka Coco Shonam, and here we speak truth to power. Let me eat into your mind. Let's see what you're thinking. Yes? All right. Mark Romeo for says, respect Professor Blakk. Majid Blade says, evening Blakk. Jochi Paul says, the king of all patriots. Keep the fire burning. Zion Genesis says, speak up. Mubarak MBK says, to God be the glory. All right. Okay. Anan Kojo Daniel says, am I late in class? Bellop says, boss, please let security do their job, okay? All that glitters is not gold. Security. Oh, are you saying we should kill the cows? Or what? Or maybe this is from yesterday. I don't really get it. Alaji Ben Bushal Savulugu says, good evening, Blakk. Rasta. Watching you live. Alasan K. Jibril says, greetings from the people of Aflau. Blakk. Rasta. All right. Okay, so Kwakuchre. Yes, Kwakuchre. Japheth says, bless up. Yes, bless up, my African teacher. Guidance and protection every time. Patriotism a day keeps corruption away. Kojo One Fool says, bless up, Black Empire family. We are listening and learning. Mohammed Bajir One says, we are live. Subscribe, like, and share the link to enable us rewire the minds of the average African. Royal Man Chamalana. Run it, my youth. Come here. Woyoy. Signed, MC Scorpion. Insider Shy Man. Kofi Azuma says, greeting to my brother Blakk Rasta, who is a real champion for Ghana and Africa. Kojo Azuma continues, greeting to all my brothers and sisters here with much love this blessed Tuesday. Make sure you all watching this live stream right now. Click on the like button and subscribe and donate to this channel. And this is Blakk Rasta. I got home early today to catch you live, my brother. Jagri Thomas says, good evening, watching live. Blakk, I'm Thomas Fusheni. Kofi Azuma says, Blakk Rasta, the weather is finally getting warmer here. Ah, thank God. You like it warm, right? Sufyan Suleiman says, I am watching live, Godfather and President of Patriotism. Why? Kojo One Fool says, why 45 watching and only 5 like only? All right, so at the time he sent this, he said 45 people were watching and only 5 likes. Like it, and share, and share, and share. You know, all right? I know you like it, but sometimes you forget. Click on it. Remember to click on the like button and share so many people can check it out. Yeah? All right? Many more comments coming in. All right? Okay. So, let's take the last story. This will take only 5 minutes on that. All right? Okay. Final story. This one says, Galamsey, not political. And this Miracles ABOAGYE is speaking. You know him, don't you? He was one of the loudest mouths during the Nana Addo government. He had a very difficult task. He was supposed to spread propaganda about the good works of his government. Unfortunately, there were no good works. So a man like this would have to create the good works and force the not there to be there. He had a difficult job. Recently, he threw his weight behind Baumia, and some people are not happy with him. Am I right? And then the other one, Owusu Bempah, not Reverend Owusu Bempah, the other Owusu Bempah. My brother, my sister, it's a democracy, isn't it? But he's saying something. Watch it. We should be careful about how we attempt to politicize Galamsey. Miracles ABOAGYE. Dennis Miracles ABOAGYE, Communications Director for Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia in the 2024 elections, has cautioned against the politicization of the illegal mining menace, popularly known as Galamsey, warning that it could undermine efforts to tackle the problem effectively. Speaking on the Joy News AM show, ABOAGYE expressed concern about the escalating situation, describing it as a national crisis that requires a unified and strategic approach. Galamsey is a social canker. It's a menace that if you politicize, the country will be extinguished. And so, we will be careful the manner we attempt to politicize Galamsey. While acknowledging the severity of the problem, Mr. ABOAGYE blamed President John Mahama and the entire National Democratic Congress for not doing enough to tackle the menace. That should tell him. So you say, on one stretch, don't politicize it. There are other stretch. Oh, it's Mahama who is not doing it. But when his government was in power, they stopped Galamsey. All the water bodies became clean. Hey, all the flora and fauna came back to life. All of a sudden, Mahama is not doing enough to stop Galamsey. It's a disgrace to both political parties, NPP and NDC. We won't wait for the two parties to kill us with Galamsey before we stand up and fight them. Galamsey has no issue with politics. My brother, food, shelter, and clothing and health have no politics. When you are hungry, my brother, you will eat whether you are an NPP member or an NDC member. When you are sick, you would have to be treated. And when a certain pandemic comes, it does not differentiate between NPP and NDC. When COVID came, did you see that it was attacking only one side? Everybody was there. It's the same way when the Titanic was sinking. Everybody went down, rich or poor, except the few who were rescued initially. My brother, Galamsey is a national tragedy. It's gone beyond politics. Yes, politicians are involved, but we all must put aside all the dirty colors, dirty partisan colors, and wear the cloak of Ghana. That's how Galamsey can be sorted out. That's what Miracles is trying to preach. But the politician that he is, he cannot end it without being partisan. In Nanado's regime, we saw how members of their own party killed us by killing the environment in Galamsey. Mahama has come 3 months in power. Many are crying that much more has to be done. My brother, I can stop Galamsey in 1 month. 1 month. Do we have enough bullets at the armory? Do we have enough grenades? When people refuse to be human, but beasts and demons, my brother, you shoot them. When you go to the Galamsey pit, they start firing at you because they are only trained to kill. People like that, you drop a bomb on them. We don't need to know where their bodies disintegrate into. When we bomb 2, 3 pits, the rest will become human. They will start thinking. Should we wait for the water bodies to be destroyed? So we now have to go to Burkina Faso and some other places to buy water, like the way we are doing with tomatoes and onions. Is it not better to exterminate all these pigs in human skin? We need to talk tough to them. Teachers in Tongo and Bolga are all running away from the classroom to do Galamsey at Jiangxi and all those areas. They have just discovered gold in the area. The classrooms are empty. Teachers, head teacher, if head teacher himself is doing Galamsey, how about teacher and students? Should we wait until we go down the doldrums before we start thinking as humans? Shoot them. Unleash the weapons on them. When we drop bombs on 2 Galamsey pits, they will think twice. And that will save millions. Rather than, oh, Galamsey has to stop, let's bring pastors to come and pray. And then also, water bodies, they shouldn't go and do that. Yeah. And we are dying. When persuasion fails, force must be applied. It's the Blakk Pot, aka Kokoshonomo, where we speak truth to power. I've ended the show for today. Shall we see your last comments? We're done. Rasoweto German says, hey, fire. Anan Kojo Daniel says, fire. Yeah. Pat Awo says, hello, Black Rasta. Alajebu Yurubu Shel Sablugu says, fire. Yeah. Yabu. All over. More comments? All right. Send them on Facebook and also on YouTube. King's Bite says, you always have solutions, Black. We must learn from you. Well, I try. Remember, the solutions are not coming from my head alone. Different ideas, including you. That's why we say we bring so many ideas, like in the Blakk Pot. Then we choose the best, and then we unleash this. The chief or the king who surrounds himself with wise men, no matter how foolish he is, people always see him to be wise, because the wise men will think for him. Hallelujah. Pat Awo says, God bless you. Redeemer says, Redeemer, Bado. I like that name. He says, fire. Yawodro Nti Nyama says, right? All right. We end here. I want to say thank you. I apologize for the late start of the show. I want to believe that it's been quite hot because I'm sweating myself. I appreciate you. Remember to tap, send. Wherever you are, in the UK, in America, in the UAE, even Saudi Arabia, no problem. Tap, send. And if you haven't downloaded the app, download it now and use my code, Blakk Rasta. Just add Blakk Rasta, BLAKKRASTA, when you are sending anything to Ghana. Make sure. And of course, tell your friends and family to also do that, so you can get a special bonus. I love you. Hey! Wait! Wayo! Come on!